Hi folks, it's Pam Beitzel of the Beitzel team here at Realty Executives Arizona Territory in Prescott, Arizona. It's December 2021, and I hope that you're planning on taking part in some of the wonderful Christmas events that we have here in Prescott. You know, our beautiful square provides a wonderful setting for some really wonderful, beautiful Christmas time memories. And one of our favorite nights is Acker Night. Acker Night is tomorrow, Friday, the 10th. And if you get a chance to see Acker Night, go on out to the square, and there'll be a number of musicians featured in just about every store that surrounds the downtown area. And you can go from store to store listening to the music, greeting and meeting friends and neighbors, and having hot chocolate and cider and cookies. And it's a really great time. We have a little more information about Acker Night in our newsletter, so I hope that you enjoy that. The other thing that's featured in our newsletter is our new build, our spec home that we're building in Stone Ridge. I hope you take a minute to look at that. We would love to sell that before it goes to market next week. It's a beautiful single level home. It'll be priced at about $1 million. If you are interested, please feel free to reach out and give me a call. So I want to go over the market stats for us for November, and also, more importantly, look at next year. What is going to be the best time for you to buy if you're looking to buy any type of property, and when is the best time to sell? So let's get to it. So here is our December 2021 Prescott Area Market Report. Here's just a couple of takeaways from the stats. Inventories are still falling. We're losing about 25 active listings a week, and we're going to be under 400 again by next week. That's about, a third of the number of listings that we normally have. Prices have stabilized since June of 2021. This is going to hold because of low inventory and steady demand. Do not expect prices to really come down. We will likely see some price growth in the spring because we always do, folks. Wherever we are, we always come up just a little bit in the springtime, but it won't be nearly as much as we saw this year. Our days on market is stable at about only 30 days on market, so things are still selling very fast. It's really not the time to take your time. If you really want to buy, you're just going to have to bite the bullet and get it done when you find a house that you like. And finally, listings prices. Listings are selling at about 2% under their asking price on average, but that's probably mostly for two reasons. Number one, they were priced too high in the beginning because the seller was very bullish on the market in the fall. And two, they've been sitting for a while now, and so they're willing to come down to a more realistic price. Again, they were probably priced a little too high at the start. Okay, well, let's go to that question that I posed. But first, let's look at the last 2 years, and I want to show you something. Do you see this dip here and then this rise? This red line represents total active listings. Now, prior to COVID, this is 18, November, December of 18, we would always see a dip. It would go down in the winter, and then the listings would come up, and then they would dip again. Last year, before the pandemic, they were beginning to come up. And then the pandemic hit right about here, and the active listings plummeted. They came way, way down as people took listings off the market, as buyers noticed the big jump here in demand. Buyers bought, and we had this slump. But then again, notice how it tried to come back again in the summer, just like it had over here, to a more normal level. Very interesting. The brown represents new listings, and again, we see that typical wave in there, and the black represents the total numbers of solds. This is the days on market versus the sold price. So since 2018, you can see the prices going up and up and up and up and up to this really high level up here, which was this year, and the days on market to sell going down, down, down. They were very, very low this June. So what are my takeaways from that if you want to sell or you want to buy? Well, first of all, when should you sell to get the highest price or to have the least competition? If you want the highest price, list in late spring or early summer. That means list in late April to early June. That's when you are pretty much most likely to get the very highest price because that's when we have the most buyers out. However, you'll be competing with a lot of other home sellers. So if you have a home that's really in great shape, looks fantastic, I would list it here, okay? Least competition is November to January. If you just don't want to deal with multiple offers, you don't want to have to compete with other homes, but you want serious buyers and people who maybe don't have as much choice, I would advise you to list anytime November through January. Now, with that said, there's really no bad time to sell property in Prescott. We always have a pretty vibrant and thriving market, but this is just some general rules of thumb. How about buying? Well, if you want to pay the least, start looking in early spring. Keep in mind you're going to have the least choice though too. I would start shopping in January and plan on closing in March or April at the latest. If you want to have the most choice, shop in June through September. But keep in mind, you're going to pay a premium and you'll be competing. Non-cash buyers may be squeezed out. If I didn't have cash, I would not want to try to compete June through September. I would be shopping around that time, either in the spring or in the winter. If you want the least competition, and best if you have contingencies or do not have cash, well, start shopping in November or December and finish in January or February. So we know that we have not very many listings right now. We will start to get them again as spring comes rolling in. If you find a house you love, don't wait. And if you have to sell, don't wait. Again, there's always a market of some kind. These are just some rules of thumb. Well, everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all of you. We hope that if you have real estate plans in the new year, you do include us. I hope you'll give us a chance to earn your business. We'd love to sit down in your home with you and give you a listing presentation and see how we can help you. So in gratitude from me, Pam Beitzel, and the rest of the team, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. I will see you in January.